don't have leaders that think of the interests of Nigeria.
That's
Pure
interest of
and
the few.
simple.
The
It's
Chinese
just
have
the interest of their own pockets.
They do.
They cannot
That's
at this point, when you see
reports
cannot come
Nigeria.
to our nation without complicity by people on ground.
On ground.
So who are the
That's
ones on
just
ground that
it.
are
We
working
don't
with
have
them?
leaders that love our country.
When you see
Then we have
reports,
Nigeria
when you
move
see
forward.
reports like this is what it is. It's evident that these are the issues. But at the end of the day, we must tackle insecurity.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. Today we are diving deep into a report that has sent shockwave across Nigeria and beyond. We are talking about allegations of Chinese nationals in Nigeria's mining sector funding terrorist groups to secure access to the country's rich mineral reserves. This isn't just about illegal mining, it is about complex web of international intrigue, illicit transactions and a direct threat to Nigerian security. It raises serious questions about who is truly destabilizing our nation. Sit back and take a watch.
Well, meanwhile, in their own country. Meanwhile, in the wake of China's disapproval of Trump's threat of military action in Nigeria as part of efforts to protect Christians from persecution, a 2023 report by British newspaper The Times alleged that Chinese nationals in Nigeria's mining sector are funding terrorist groups to secure access to the country's mineral reserves. The exclusive investigation, which has resurfaced online, suggests that through bribes and illegal transactions, Beijing could be indirectly funding terror in Nigeria. Well, according to research from SBM Intelligence, a Lagos-based analytical group, Chinese companies operating in conflict zones have been striking security deals with insurgents. The report revealed videos of militant leaders boasting that Chinese workers must pay them rent to operate in their territories, particularly in Zamfara and other northwestern states. Some Chinese nationals working informally as miners serve as runners for militant groups and control gold mining operations across remote areas. The report noted that Chinese contractors often smuggle minerals out illegally, with several arrests recorded, including 27 miners in Osun State in 2020 and a Chinese citizen jailed for 5 years in October for processing 25 tons of lithium-containing minerals. Well, this investigative report adds another complex international dimension to Nigeria's security crisis. The report highlights the menace of resource exploitation, raising questions about which foreign actors are truly destabilizing Nigeria and why. Senator Oshiomhole also accused China of stealing Nigeria's resources and arming bandits and terrorist groups to protect their illegal mining sites. The former Edo State governor made the allegations in January this year. Let's take a look.
For this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on.
All right, Ayo Adams Oshiomole's statement highlights what many see as hypocrisy in China's position on Nigeria's security crisis. While Beijing has criticized Trump's intervention threats, allegations suggest Chinese mining operations may be directly contributing to the violence by funding and arming the very groups terrorizing Nigerian communities. Ayo, we've seen these reports.
So there's so many dimensions to this story, and it ties in with all that we have discussed earlier today. Number one is that yesterday we had said to be cautious about praising China's speaking up for Nigeria against the Trump's announcement and designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. At the end of the day, as has been mentioned, no one has the interest of Nigeria, or no country is altruistic in their interventions or diplomatic conversations with a nation. It's always country first. If only Nigeria too, in playing in this table, can put country first. I say this because, OJ, it's not for a lack of intelligence or a lack of information, because we have had a number of people come out to make very significant claims like this, as the Senator Adams Oshiomhole had made on the floor of the Senate. Number one, we had a list released from Dubai around the financiers of banditry. We've had Rufai Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, give explosive interviews around the people who are funding or enabling banditry and territory. We've had a number of people, high-ranking people, come out to tell us who and who. But I said it and I continue to say it. It is the will to deal with these people. Yes. And so while we're congratulating the DSS for what they've done, when I was looking, I was like, oh, these are the small fries. Deal with the big fries, the ones that are actually behind it, the ones that are funding it. We love it, that they are coming to come and say the people that are doing the legwork. Yeah. But let us go after the ones that are enabling it, because if you deal with these ones, as long as the enablers are still there, we will have an uproot of others who are willing to do the legwork as long as money is there. Finally, at the end of this note, the former CDS had said that every time they apprehended terrorists, they found foreign currencies with them. Who are the people funding them? Exactly. There's foreign intervention or interference. Why are we not talking about that? So let's celebrate all these things, but we know the real issues. Until we tackle the real issues and have the political will to cut off the head of the big wigs, we're not going anywhere. So let us be very honest about this.
We don't have leaders that think of the interests of Nigeria.
Pure
and simple.
The Chinese
have the interest of their own pockets.
They do.
They cannot
at this point. When you see
reports
in
Nigeria, to our nation without complicity by people on ground.
On ground.
So who are the
That's
ones
just
on ground
it. We don't have leaders that love our country.
When you see reports like this, this is what it is. It's evident that these are the issues. But at the end of the day, we must tackle insecurity. We must tackle the people that are killing Nigerians. Before we take our mouse story, let me take this one. Meanwhile, former Niger Delta militant leader, Asari Dokubo, has issued a stark warning to Trump against any military intervention in Nigeria. Well, in a viral Facebook video, Dokubo delivered a defiant message warning that if the U.S. comes to Nigeria, they will all die, adding that Nigeria will become their graveyard. Let's take a look.
Then come. Let Trump come with his America, and with you people, you all die. This lunatic. He wants to annex Canada. He wants Iceland. He wants to kill the president of Venezuela. He wants to kill the supreme leader of Iran. He wants to finish up Yemen. This sick lunatic. And that's why when they talk about America is a sick country, a country of mad people, insane people. And that's why they can elect a mad, insane...
Welcome back. That was truly eye-opening segment from Arise News, laying bare some uncomfortable truths about Nigeria's ongoing security challenges. Let us unpack...
Asari Dokubo, he has a militia.
Asari.
He's threatening the most powerful man in the world with his
and he has not been able to stop his foot on
militants.
insecurity.
Yes.
And he's cashing trips.
Yes.
We think it's a joking matter.
It's not a joke.
It's comedy.
Yes.
You know my reaction to what
Tell
he
us.
said? 70-year-old man.
Who's that? He's 70? Is he 70? Is Asari 70? No, he's not up to 70. What does that mean?
Or you don't get the joke.
Dealing
This
with
is
terrorists.
tell me
Let
what
them
it means.
take him to the forest.
It's Asari himself that used to say 70-year-old
Oh,
man.
I didn't even know that.
No,
Okay.
the joke is on him.
Please.
70-year-old man.
So now I want to charge Asari Dokubo. Since he knows that he can defeat, the Trump
He should go ahead
and all
now.
of the military. There is the Sambisa forest.
wait.
No, you can just take your people to Sambisa forest right now. Make a hero out of yourself right now. We are ready for you. We're ready for you, Asari.
Have you
Please.
seen the video of Asari doing press up?
No, I haven't. But he has a group. He has mercenaries. He has
You see, that's part of the illegality in Nigeria. Who is he that we have a group that will have guns and have weapons? But all of this is to smoothing his way into President Tinubu again. Because they really fought at some point. They really said no, it's not turn by turn at a point.
Yes, absolutely.
This country in a crook. Should people be having guns? Should people like Asari have people or brigade that have guns? You see, that's part of the insecurity we are talking in this country.
How do they have the approval to have the guns and all of that? Well, all right, that's another topic that I thought was important to highlight as well, because we're seeing very many dimensions to the insecurity that we are facing in Nigeria, from mining to religious persecution to kidnapping. All of these insecurity needs to be tackled by the Nigerian.
Welcome back. That was truly eye-opening segment from Arise News, laying bare some uncomfortable truths about Nigeria's ongoing security challenges. Let us unpack the allegations that Chinese nationals are funding terrorist group in Nigeria's mining sector are incredibly disturbing. The 2023 reports by the British newspaper The Times, cited by Oshiomhole, paints a grim picture, suggesting that Beijing might be incredibly fueling terror through bribes and illegal transactions to gain access to Nigeria's valuable mineral resources. This isn't just economic exploitation, it is a direct contribution to the violence that has plagued communities, particularly areas like Zamfara and other northwestern states. The research from SBM Intelligence, a Lagos-based analytical group, further corroborates this by stating that Chinese companies operating in conflict zones have been striking security deals with insurgents. We even heard about militant leaders boasting that Chinese workers are paying them rent to operate in their territories. This is essentially creating a parallel economy that empowers criminals and undermines the state's authority. The report also highlights how some Chinese nationals acting as informal miners serves as runners for these militant groups, controlling gold mining operations in remote areas. This structure ensures a continuous flow of illicit minerals out of country, generating billions of dollars, as Senator Oshiomhole passionately articulated. Senator Oshiomhole's intervention is particularly potent because he explicitly accused China of stealing Nigerian resources and arming bandits and terrorists to protect their illegal mining site. He even detailed how these groups use sophisticated means like choppers to transport stolen gold, suggesting a level of organization and impunity that is deeply concerning. He went as far as to say that what is happening now was exactly what a general had briefed him on, highlighting a persistent and perhaps ignored intelligence failure or complicity. Ayo's point about Chinese hypocrisy is critical here. While Beijing might criticize external intervention threats like Trump's past statement, its alleged action on ground paints a very different picture. If Chinese mining operations are directly contributing to the violence by funding the very group terrorizing Nigerian communities, then their diplomatic stance rings hollow. It exposes a self-serving interest that prioritizes resource acquisition over stability and safety of the Nigerian people. The recurring theme from the panelists, particularly Ayo and Rufai, is the urgent need for political will within Nigeria. We have heard about lists of financiers from Dubai, explosive interviews from former governors like Nasser El-Rufai and even former chief of defense staff revealing that apprehended terrorists often carry foreign currencies. The information is clearly out there. Yet, the question remains, why aren't the big wigs being pursued? Why are only the small fries being apprehended? Rufai's assertion that no country is altruistic in their interventions, it is always country first, is a stark reminder that Nigeria must prioritize its own interests and confront those foreign and domestic who exploit its vulnerability. And then there's Asari Dokubo's viral video warning Donald Trump against military intervention. While this deviance is noteworthy, as Oji and Rufai pointed out, it also inadvertently shines a light on another aspect of Nigeria's insecurity, the proliferation of non-state actors with significant armed groups who empowers individuals like Asari to possess such influence and weaponry. This is precisely the kind of internal breakdown the foreign actors, whether governments or corporations, exploit. The nexus between illegal mining, terrorism, and foreign investments adds an alarming dimension to Nigeria's already complex security crisis. It highlights how resource exploitation can become a powerful driver of conflict, with international players potentially complicit in destabilizing the region for economic gains. Ultimately, this entire discussion circles back to Nigeria's sovereignty and its capacity to protect its people and resources. It is not just about what foreign entities are doing, but also about the internal system that allows such exploitation and insecurity to flourish. Nigeria's government must demonstrate the political will to tackle these multifaceted threats head-on by securing its borders, regulating its mining sector with integrity, and bringing all enablers of terror, big or small, to justice. Without addressing these foundational issues, Nigeria remains vulnerable to those who will profit from its instability. Thanks for joining me on Oba's Trending Gist. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more critical analysis of stories shaping our world. Until next time, stay informed.